Hey everyone, I'm Joe.
I'm Tiffany.
I'm Bart.
And I'm Gio. And you're watching AskTheFeels. And today we have a question from Alfred.
My girlfriend wants me to eat out when she has her period, which gets very heavy. I really don't like it, but I do it to please her. What do I do for her to stop but not get angry with me?
Oh my god.
Wow, you're such a nice boyfriend.
You are. Because if I wanted you to go down on me on my period and you said no, I'd be like, all right, I get it.
I'd go down on your period.
Oh.
Well, I mean, like,
it's like medium rare. It's like,
Oh my god.
he could also stay on the clit. He doesn't have to lick the whole area where the fucking blood's coming out
That's true,
of.
but that's still really gross.
I feel like if you're an Asian dude and you eat like boom bao whey and shit, there's pork's blood in there already. It's like, blood's like whatever.
That's true.
It's just
You know what? It freaks me out more to have my dick covered in blood than me eating out a girl while she's on her period.
Is it because the blood might go inside of your dick hole?
But you're like
Maybe.
swallowing her blood.
Well, I mean, I could avoid it. It's not being covered in it. I know it's like I could lick around, and if it starts, they're not like gonna be dripping while I'm doing it either.
He said, oh, well, with you, but he said that her flow gets heavy. So I'm like, oh fuck, his whole mouth is
let's say
red.
Casey got bit by a snake or something. You have to suck the poison out with the blood. Like, would you do it?
Well, that's life and death. Of course I would.
Same shit.
It's not life and death.
No, but to me, it's like if you're willing to do it for one thing, then just do it. Doesn't matter. Like you're capable of doing it already.
No, but it's not the same thing because, like, when you're having sex, your mind needs to be in it, and if your mind can't be in it because there's some gross shit that you have to do, then sex is not fun anymore.
Because gross shit is like someone farted and you're just going, oh, I'm getting in there.
Can I tell you something then?
No.
Fine.
Oh my god, he has to. He has to. Look at that look.
I don't want to know shit.
Alright, fine.
I already knew.
No, because I feel like when you're having sex, you're already in it. So the guy's already fucking awesome. He doesn't give a fuck that there's a bunch of blood just coming out. He's already the trooper, and maybe you could just tell her, hey, like sometimes it's really heavy and I'm drowning. Maybe I need a snorkel or something.
Oh, fuck.
But he's already doing the job really good. And
He doesn't want to. He's doing it just to please her, so it should be fair to him.
Wait, you know what's fucking dope about this guy? He's not saying I rejected her a million times. How can I officially reject her? He already hates doing this, but he's still doing it to satisfy her.
That's so nice.
And now he's saying, how can I?
Now
her
it's
no.
fucking too much. But what you did though
dope
is
dude.
you opened up the world of pleasure for her, and you can't just take that away. That's like what if she licked your balls one day? You're like, whoa, what was that? I fucking like it, and she actually did it because she just wanted to explore, but she didn't really like to do it. And then now you always want your balls licked, and then she's been licking it, even though she hates licking your balls. And then all of a sudden she comes up and says, I don't want to lick your balls no more. You're gonna be like, what? What? For real? Like, come on.
But then what if she told you it's gross, I'm not in it turns me off when we're having sex? You wouldn't be like, okay, that's understandable.
It's still a bummer. I mean, you understand, but you're still like, what?
You'd be like, suck it the fuck up and let's have fun.
Oh, stop.
And you know, like, on the bright side, she could only make you do this 12 times a year. So, I mean, it's not that big of a deal.
It's not one day.
No, yeah.
You're not heavy like every fucking day.
Depends on the girl.
There.
How many times a day, how many times a week are you heavy?
You can be heavy for like 3 days.
Okay, the most is 36 times a year.
Oh my god.
It's not a big deal. You can suck it up. It's not a big deal.
36 times out of 365 days.
That's not much.
That isn't much.
That's a lot.
Fucking.
So you'd rather get kicked in the balls 36 times for a whole, and that's okay?
What the fuck?
Who said anything about kicked in the balls?
That's probably how he's taking it. It's something very
No,
unpleasant.
he's already doing it. I'm not already getting kicked in the balls.
Fine.
I wouldn't even let that happen once.
Dude, I'd find like, you can't just do something and not do it anymore. You just not do it from the start. Cause then she'll never know the pleasures of it.
No, I think it's okay if you just tell her, you know what, I really love you, I've been doing this to make you happy, but can we also compromise and, you know, let me not do it all the time? Because I don't find the pleasure in it either. So
that's just mean, Tiff. That's fucking mean.
I think it's mean of her to make him go down on her when she's on her period. That's fucked up.
I don't think she's making him. I think he's just doing it because he loves her. But then now he's like,
she might not even know.
No, he said it. He said that I do it because my girlfriend likes it. And
but she might not know that he
likes
doesn't like it.
She likes it.
So maybe he should just let her know. But at the same time, you gotta learn to love it, man. You gotta do stuff Dude, sex is about giving, man. You gotta just do shit that you don't like sometimes, or learn to fucking love it, and to make them happy.
You know, one way that I always gauge to do things, and it's not even sexual or anything, but just in terms of like, in relationship, it's all about like receiving and returning, right? To me, if my returning negative factor is only like, let's say -3, but I know that my give factor is +10, then I always do it.
Yeah.
So if it doesn't really affect me that much, like yeah, it might be grossed out. Like if I'm grossed out like -5, but because by me doing this, they're like plus 1,000, then I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it because it's so much more worth it. Like my grossed out is like not even comparable to the amount of joy or pleasure that the other person is getting. But if for her it's like her getting pinched in the nipples is the same thing as you eating her out, but for you, you're about to fucking throw up every single time, then yeah, I would voice it and be like, hey, you know what, there's a few other things that it seems to pleasure you just as much, but at least I'm not about to gag. You can bring it up that way too.
It's like the worst way to bring it up.
I just think of it as she's gonna keep thinking about you, and you guys are gonna have a great, happy relationship, because she's gonna think, who else is gonna want rare steak?
Oh my god.
And you just be a fucking vampire for 36 days.
Thank you for watching that horny ass video. Don't forget to hit subscribe, and don't forget to like the video. And also, if you have any questions you would like to ask us about relationships, horniness, what's a penis, what's a vagina, go to www.askthefeels.com. Just kidding, only 3 W's because there's only a penis and a vagina out there. And ask whatever questions you have, and we will answer it on this show. And here is the last video.
Because my mom will even call me by my sister's name all the time. She's like, you, Natalie, fuck, you idiot. And I'm like, oh, all right.
So that's where the
my
memory
mom
comes from.
And it's not
And she made all of you guys.
And it's not like your boyfriend's calling out your exes, his exes in bed, so I think that's when you gotta actually worry about.
That's when you stab him.
Yeah. I mean, if his family members are calling you by a different name, it's like, why? Why do you give a fuck?
Yeah.
I wouldn't give a fuck.
Unless it's
I'll just correct them. I'm like, no, it's actually Joe this time, not John, but yeah.
laugh it off, but then